Hmm. Hi. How are you? I'm going to try not to talk so loudly, because it's still early and nobody's out. Have you eaten? Your existence makes me happy. I love you. Anyway, um, it's so interesting because here lately I've not known. Sometimes I know what I want to do, sometimes I don't. And I think that's why I've just been explaining, like, I just have to be me, everybody else be themselves, right? That's not to, you know. And then God is always so faithful to meet me beforehand when I'm doing my devotional and tell me what to share. Maybe it's my own contemplation. Um, hmm. Okay. Um, I've been doing a devotional about fruit. And it interestingly has been about community. Fruit, right? Think about when you collect fruit from a tree, right? You don't just collect one, you collect many, right? So it makes sense that it's not just about us, right? Bearing fruit. But it made me think, uh, so fruit, according to Christianity, in Galatians 5:22 through 23, it's love, peace, joy, patience, faithfulness, self-control. Interestingly, right, when you hear self-control, I used to think, younger me, like self-control, as in like, don't do that thing you shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? Like, self-control, to not have lustful thoughts, that type of thing. But it wasn't until now I'm like, all these are relational. Self-control to not lose my temper. Self-control to not mistreat somebody. Self-control, that's what it hit me. right? Self-control, to take a deep breath, think about what I'm going to say. Self-control, love, joy, peace, faithfulness. So that's that to everything else, like that to me, right? I'm sure it means the other thing as well. But, well, anyway, moving on, not the topic. Um, uh, and then it made me think about how I once asked somebody, what is the fruit that our relationship has bore? What fruit has our relationship bared? And their response was, what do I have to do with the fruit you bear? And then it was tangible things, monetary things. And then I asked before I shared that, by the way, I prayed multiple times if it's okay for me to share that. I only share it to say that my wellness, my spiritual wellness, my emotional wellness, my mental wellness, even going into physical, right? Because how we feel physically plays into all the other things. Ripples. And the more patience, the more love, the more faithfulness, the more kindness, right? Ripples. Then it becomes reciprocal, right? I mean, I think of the core and the growth, right, of all these years. And the more that ebbs and flows, right, that's what fruit in us is supposed to do. But the people have to be receptive, right? Or have to be doing their own receptive. And if they're not doing their own healing, their own growing, their own whatever may be, then the fruit may not continue to grow. My hair is bothering me. Don't mind me. So we'll see how this goes. Clip, stay. Didn't do anything. It's fine, whatever. Um, yeah, that was my contemplation. So thank you for growing with me, for bearing fruit with me. I really appreciate it. I do. I really do. Also, I did not realize, so I mentioned something yesterday, and it was for the moon only. That's what they wanted, who they wanted to share with, the moon only. I did not realize that it would cause feelings. So I apologize for not understanding that or realizing that. I think in my mind I thought it would be only like nature type stuff, you know? Nothing of like them. So, and I've not been able to talk to that person because it's very early in the morning. So when I'm done with this, I will send them a voice note. And just say we have to wait. Because I don't want it to disturb anyone because not one other person was mentioned. I'm being clear because I don't want any confusion. Nobody else was mentioned. So I will just say, hold on. Maybe I'll just say, hey, Moon, they were thinking of you. You know? But going back to the fruit, I think that goes back to community, right? Yes, monetary things, cool, great. Tangible things, cool, great. But how we are as a community, right? How we flow as a community, our oneness with each other, ultimately, you know, because that's what gets, right? Born for adversity. That's what gets us through hard times. We celebrate together, you know, we go through hard times together. Hmm. Sorry. Maybe sorry is not the right word. The thought. I don't remember the scripture. I know that it's in Ecclesiastes. It made me think about my 3-chord strand. Today, I don't have anything to do. Well, I'm going to write. I've been feeling like I talked about this already, a lull. I was thankful that God gave me words to speak last week. Have you been having a good time resting? Have you been resting? Hmm. We all have seasons, right? That came from how my season's a little bit different. When I used to be so busy, I guess I'm busy in a different way. I was thinking about when I had to drive to a corporate building. Manage all that. Yeah. Corporate job is my most recent job. I guess for those who don't know. For those who don't know, I work from home. I used to work corporate. Before that, I was a pastry chef slash line cook. Also, while working retail, went to got my massage therapy certificate. Had that. Balanced a few different jobs while doing the lesser paying jobs. Took care of my mom for like a year and a half. Didn't have anything. Quit my job to take care of her because she was sick. She needs somebody to care for her. I think that's all. That's all I've ever done. But God's so good because I always wanted to be, like, I knew when I became a mom that I wanted to be fully available. God did that for me, provided that opportunity. Since I experienced, not having a parent available, I knew, which is why I waited to get married and to have kids. We've talked about this. I birthed a child. I have a daughter who's not my daughter. And that's why I was like, well, Lord, you're going to turn all this for good because I've always given everything to you. That's not true. I've always eventually given things to him. Now I steadily give things to him. And at the time, that's what I think about sometimes. I'm like, I remember praying. I'm not going to go too deep because I'm not the only one involved. But I remember praying. And again, it was a blessing. It is a blessing because it brought me here. I would never know this space, you, if it weren't for all that. All this. All this life. But thank you for bearing fruit with me. Not sad, happy, thankful. That's what these are, thankful tears. The clouds, sorry, there's clouds now. There were not clouds before, I'll show you. You can't fully see them. Hear the birds getting louder. Let's see here. Okay, make potato. Yeah, it's supposed to be a heat advisory today, which is why I try to come out earlier on really hot days. Gonna write. That's it. Game, probably. That's what I did last night. Yeah. And then Monday, back to it. Back to it all. When I said seasons, I was thinking, it's like, we all have our seasons. And it's like, okay, Lord, well, let me learn what I need to and appreciate what I need to in this season, right? Because things change. And what I may not love in this moment, this season, I'm sure someday I'll wish for again if it were to change, you know? So thankfulness. Hmm. Thank you. For understanding that we are connected. Thank you for waiting with me, for staying with me. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for not leaving me, for staying with me. I appreciate it. I do. That's not to say anybody left me. Someday I can fully say that I don't want it to be implied. There's times I'm like, God, I really would just like to. And then I have to give it to Him. Because I don't like, for me, we've talked about this before. I, like, I try to be as honest as possible. And sometimes not fully being able to say something. I mean, I wish I could. You know, feels not right. And I have to give it to God because this is a public space. And it's not just my life, not just my business, you know? So it looks like a wing. Like, it looks like a wing coming out of the watch. Or look, I mean, please. Doesn't that look like a wing? I think it looks like a wing. That's so cool. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Hold on. Wait. Is that zoomed out? Okay. That, I don't know if it'll come out good or not. I think it's beautiful. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's see here. My lips look so big then. I don't really have anything else really. That was it. Thanks for liking. Thanks for enjoying sitting with me. Thanks for liking to sit with me. Saying thank you. Thank you for enjoying this space. I guess all the different parts of me. Thank you for enjoying it. Well, I think that might be all. Don't have anything else. There's no bunnies coming out. I was waiting for them to come out maybe this morning because it's not hot yet. I cannot believe there was produce in my yard. That is crazy to me. They like had to take it from my neighbors, and it's just so funny to me. I had this dream last night. Sorry, it just came to my mind. I don't remember it fully. There was a puppy in it. Oh my, it really looks like a bird now. It's starting to look like it. See, like that to me is the bottom portion of like the, I don't know, the tail end of the bird. And then like the big long wing. And there's no, it doesn't have a head though. There's no, that's what it looks like to me. Makes me want to see the other half of it, the other half of the clouds. Well, hum a little tune, my own tune. Sorry. Bird just went into the tree over there. Okay, there's a bunch of birds. Sorry, getting distracted. It's very pretty. I don't know what that one. I can't see what bird that is over there because it's already in like the leafy part of it. But right here is a robin. Okay, I'm gonna hum a little ditty, my own little song. We'll see what comes out. Hmm. Hold. To my stoic friend, you have been on my mind, but not like in a. Your presence. I have never once not felt your presence. Sorry, it just came over me right now. Thank you. For being steady and constant. Okay. It's my joy to do. Come, let's rest together. Come and breathe with me. Here there is no pressure. Let's just be. May you be blessed in all that you do. May you be protected in your coming and going. May you see fruit in your life and how it blossoms beautifully. May love, joy, and peace go with you. And may love's acceptance rest well within you. Alrighty, thank you so much for spending time with me. I should go check on my son. I love you all. Thank you for your time and attention. I appreciate you very much. I do. Into my nook. I love you. Into the core. Thank you for being my home. I love you.